crew of U-552 have been sent to the Black Pit, sector BE5 to BE8, to continue their patrol. The Allied defence is currently weak in the middle of the Atlantic, since it's outside of the aircraft range. U-boat skippers call this area the Black Pit. We have to exploit this weakness as much as possible before the Allies improve their air defence measures. We are ordered to travel to sector BE5 to BE8 in the northeast Atlantic and travel 2,250 kilometres in sight to complete our patrol. We will be open to receive additional orders upon reaching the area. Intelligence advises the anticipated number of vessels in the area is small. However, we are still expected to sink a minimum of 7,000 tons of trade shipping. Hi everyone, at 25 to 7 on the evening of the 4th of August 1941, we received a message. Several widely separated smoke clouds in the naval square BE664. Suspected convoy, southwest course, sending bearing signals. Well, we're going to check out to see if that's anywhere near where we need to be. And if it is, then we'll send U-552 to have a look and see what's in that area. Hi everyone, right, we're in our patrol square. We couldn't find that reported convoy which we saw the messages on previously. So we've been in our patrol sector doing our patrol lines, and we've completed our patrol and there's nothing here. So what I might do a couple more patrol sectors in this region to see if we can get any enemy shipping or anything on the horizon, to be fair, and if not, we may move to more happier hunting locations like south of Ireland, where we know we've got the Happy Times campaign still going on, so we can maybe put some tonnage to that. So so far so good. This the Black Pit area is empty. They did say there's going to be a small number of vessels travelling through this area at this time, so it's not unsurprising that we have failed to spot any, but don't worry, we will. And moments later we get another message. Steamer, Naval Square BE643, course 66 degrees, slow speed. Right. Now this is definitely something we can go for. We're not too far away from that. 643, 66 degrees, which means he's going northeast. Good, we should be able to try and at least catch up with this one. So we're going to set course and see if we can find this steamer.
Wechseln auf E-Motor. Auf Seerohrtiefe. Schiffsschrauben, Herr Kaloy.
Okay, we've dived down to 30 meters to sort of have a listen, see if we can find an enemy ship. Should be in this region, one of those single steamers. Apparently the hydrophone guy can hear it, but I can't. Let me turn the volume up for you guys, so we can listen together. Not hearing anything yet. Sounds like something's there, doesn't it? Let's have a look, see where he's found it. Okay, so it was that boop 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 over there. So whatever we heard down here was probably nothing. It's probably the head at the back of the ship. But okay, there's that propeller noise. He's heading northeast, so we'll surface and get ahead of him. And we're doing one of these drop downs and perform a sonar listening exercise. So we'll get ahead of this contact and hopefully find out what it is. Okay, periscope up. There it is. It is SS. Is it Cirrus? We can see. Let's get her identified. No, it's one of them. It's an Empire Tower. Let's recognise that. Velocity, probably doing... Oh, let's before we do that, let's get its range so we can calculate it better. There you go. 2.2 kilometers currently. Get its speed. Nice. And then, yeah, hopefully we can get a nice kill to begin with. It's going fairly quick. The average seems to be about 7 knots, doesn't it? So let's not be too surprised if it's 7 knots. Seven knots. Look at it's like I'm a mind reader or something, isn't it? And we got about 44 degrees to port. Norwegian flag flying high, so she's fair game. And we'll just let her come a little bit closer until we get our ideal torpedo solution. We've got what we got in tube 1. We've got a T1, a T2 and 2. T2 in 3 and a T2 in 4. Okay. Let's let her come on a little bit, get a bit closer, and then we'll get the fire away. Probably there's no risk of any escorts or aircraft. It's coming. See, it's getting darker as well. So 1 torpedo is probably going to be enough, and we could always pop up and finish off with the deck gun. 77 degrees. That's looking good. Right, let's go with a T2. Let's go tube 4. She's lining up nicely. Tube 2, fire. Sorry, tube 4, fire. Tube 4 away. Okay, can't be long now. It's covered half the distance. I think it's probably covered a little bit more than that. The distance, we haven't reduced the distance. We got it at 2.2 kilometers. It's probably come down to about 1,500 kilometers now. I didn't update that. Oh, there we go. It's miscalculated slightly and hit her at the rear. But it's still a good hit. Yes, we should have updated the range. Fire's burning profusely on the rear. That might be her gone. Okay, after a few moments, all that's left is a couple of life rafts. We'll surface the boat now and go and offer them some aid. It's not very pleasant out here in the Atlantic, and it is August, but and still the weather can be quite nasty and it can get quite cold. So yeah, we'll offer them some. We'll offer some of them to come aboard if they wish to be and become prisoners of war. If not, we'll offer them some supplies and some blankets, etc. If they want to see it out in the open boat. Okay, a little while later, we followed another one of those messages. Apparently there's another steamer there, so there it is. I can't see the flags on this one. It's a little bit dark. Possibly. Is that red and white? Is it Polish? It's difficult to say. They've got the guns on it. Let's see if we can spot the guns on that ship. So let's go through the motions anyway. She looks to be. Where is it? She's not a. She's not a C3, so she's going to be a Liberty. There she is. Just recognise that. Let's get the range. This should be quite a nice juicy ship. About 3.4 kilometres. We'll try and close in. Obviously, she might be going quite fast if she's on her own. Coming around the southern tip of Ireland. My captains might choose to gun it to try and get closer to the UK and the defences that brings, both from the air and also escort ships and obviously motor torpedo boats which they can send out quickly. Probably 7 knots, 8 knots. It's a little bit slow then, but okay, it's 7. It's an American flag apparently. I could see it was darker at the top and white at the bottom, so yeah, okay, that's the American flag. Which makes sense, it's a Liberty ship. Oh, they haven't warmed up the torpedoes. Let's get 2 and 3 ready to go anyway. Dispersion, we can go, 23 meters. Fire! Tube 2 away. Tube 3 away. Right, let's get these reloaded properly. 30 seconds. Try a little bit, attempt a little bit more height.
30 Sekunden.
Almost there.
20 Sekunden.
20 seconds. See, it's one of those ships we need to get with the torpedoes. One good hit.
Feuer an Deck. Schwere Schäden am Rumpf.
2 good hits.
Treffer.
Treffer.
Schwere Schäden am Rumpf.
Oh, I'm happy with that. Happy with that. Bits of crane and mast coming down. Fire on the back is erupting forward. Oh, look, it's all the way on the foredeck deck. Foredeck now. Sorry, this cold is awful. You're just going to have to put up with my nasally congestion. I do apologise. There's no way the ship is going to come back from that amount of fire. She's already listing. Look at it. Look at the fire and the smoke being put up into the air. That's she's gone. That's our 7,000 tons. As she slips beneath the waves. Fantastic. Right. There are a couple of life rafts. One's on its nose, I think. But anyway, we'll surface the boat and see if we can offer them any assistance, as we did to the last ones. But yes, a Liberty and an Empire Tower sunk to date, which is good. We'll get those torpedoes reloaded, and we'll go on the prowl for some more targets.
Auf Seerohrtiefe.
Okay, we got leaks in the stern torpedo room. We're trying to repair them as best we can. Meanwhile, we are diving quite steeply. We need to get this under control as much as possible. Okay, the pump's going. We're bringing some injured personnel through. We're through at dangerous depth, I'll show you. But the good news is we've hit the bottom. So we're down here at 195 meters, and this is as far as we can go, thank heavens. So we're just trying to get the injured crewmen out there. The engineers are doing their best to patch the holes up, and we'll try and get the water out, and then hopefully we can get U-552 back underway. Water is still rising though. You can see their water's coming through as they're bringing them through, but I need to get these these boys out. Right, welcome back everyone. Right, the good news is our engineers have managed to plug the holes. The bad news is we are completely full of water. As you can see, we've lost a couple of crew members as well. Quite a few actually. So yeah, everyone's feeling a little bit worse for wear. We're all sitting in freezing cold water, and yeah, we've got the guys bailing out water as best we can. We're down at 200 meters, aren't we? Just under. Which means the pump is going to have a hard time getting the water out. All we can do is hope we can get as much as we can out. And yeah. Hi everyone, welcome back. Right, a bit of time has passed. I think we managed to stabilise most of the damage. We've got people being treated for injuries in there and down here. We're getting the water out as much as possible. You can see the power's out. We've actually chosen to switch the power off in the front section of the U-boat, just to A, save power, but B, also, you know, with flooding, etc., and water and electrical components, it could cause further damage. So yeah, we're still well, we haven't moved. We're still at 95 meters. The pump's going. Obviously, it's severely impacted. It's working at 94%. What you'd expect. We've got the engineers trying to patch up as best we can, and we've got them bringing water into here to try and pump it out through the bilge, just so we can keep the front section dry, which will allow us to continue to treat the wounded soldiers and sailors. So yeah, marching buckets through now. So fingers crossed we can get this repaired, and the pump is strong enough to get rid of some of this water. Okay, as you can see, the pump has been doing a grand job. We've got some of the water out, not a lot of it, but we've managed to get everything pushing forward into the command room. So we come in here into the engine room, and more importantly, we can get the electric engines working, so that might be able to drive us up now that we've managed to clear this out. This is a bit of a luck. As you can see, we're actually leaning forward. When we tried to blow ballast, it actually lifted us up a little bit, and we slid forward, and we've gone deeper. But the benefit of that is it's drained the back of the sub. It's all gone. All the water's gone forward. So if you come and have a look over here, we've now dropped to just 220 meters. Yeah, literally, as we blew ballast, the sub lifted slightly and then slid forward on the sea floor. So I think what we'll try and do now is restore power in here, and then get these electric engines on and see if we can not force our way up. Yeah, things aren't looking terrible. If we can get a couple of things to go our way, we should be able to get out of this situation. It's working. It's working. We are lifting off the bottom. Look at that. Now up to 215. Come on. Come on, the Red Devil. Rise, rise, rise. Up to 210 meters now. Come on. Keep going. Keep climbing. Keep climbing. Okay, we're coming up past 190 meters now. We'll soon be out of the red. Now we're out of danger of actually rubbing the underside of the U-boat along the seabed. We've actually picked up speed again, and hopefully we should start to see this climb increase. Yes, there we go, almost 180 meters. Climbing our way out of this.
170.
Water's going down. The higher we go, the less pressure there'll be on the pump, and the more effective it will be. And then we get water out the front of the boat as well. It's out the back. In fact, let's close the hatches to stop that going back in. Ah, we did it! We've did it! Fresh air, boys! Fresh air! Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness me! Right, get the red light on. Get the fresh air in. They're manning the deck, the anti-aircraft gun. I don't think we need to in this weather, but oh my goodness, we're up. Right, let's slow down. Let's get the diesels working. Let's get repairs done. Let's get an inspection done. And under the cover of darkness in these horrible stormy weather, we're going to get a bit of a repair job done on U-552. Oh, saved from the bottom of the ocean. That is a relief. Yeah, we'll see what needs to be done and get the necessary repairs we can, and then we'll see if we're in a fighting state to go on, or if we need to return to base. Okay, so here we are. We're back underneath. Red lights just come on, perfect. Now, obviously on the surface, the pump is doing a great job, and it's pumped out all the water from this section. Going back through the boat, it's all looking grand and groovy. Repairs to hatches and sundries is being completed. And forward, how are we doing? Oh. Yeah, we need to get some lighting fixed in here. But once we get the lighting fixed, the water is gone. Oh, they're already loading a torpedo in the dark. Look at that. That is some skilled operators there. Right, we'll get your lights fixed, and hopefully, yeah, we'll be able to fully utilize everything in the U-boat. So I think the hunt is still on. So yeah, we'll continue with the repairs, and by daybreak, I hope to be underway and fully serviceable. Okay, good news is repairs have been complete. We're underway, and we've already got ourselves a contact dead ahead. So we're at snorkel depth, snorkel's up, and we are charging on the diesel engines to try and get ahead of her and set an intercept up to see, well, see what it is. You can see by the slow, methodical chuff chuff chuff. Doesn't sound like a warship. It sounds like a merchant. So let's see what we can do. Periscope up. Oh, there it is. It's a allied ship, alright. Looks like another Empire tower. If I had to guess. Yes. I think so. Let's get a range find first. There we go. 2.7 kilometers. Right, let's check out the velocity. My goodness me. I didn't think we'd have this opportunity again. I thought for a moment we were goners. But not today. Fortune has smiled her favour once more on us. And all we can do is accept that gift and fully exploit it as much as we can. We were so lucky the seabed came up and protected us from going deeper. If we'd have been in a deeper bit of water, then without doubt we'd have been down to crush depth and absolutely squished. There we go, perfect. We'll give a bit of time to come a bit closer. What we got? We got a T1, T2 into T2, and a T1. Okay, this should be a 1 torpedo ship, I'd imagine. We can always jump up and use the deck gun to finish her off if 1 torpedo is not enough. But after last night's storm, the waves look nice and calm, and hopefully be able to get a good strike on this ship. We're almost ready to fire. This is probably as good as it's going to get. So let's go for tube 1, which is a T1.
Rohr 1, bewässern! Rohr 1,
Fire.
bewässern! Los!
Tube 1 away. Okay, good hit. Fire's breaking out along the stern of the ship and coming up to the bridge. Is that going to be enough to... I don't think it's going to be enough to sink her, you know. Right. Surface the boat.
Tanks anblasen!
Get underway.
Schneller, schneller!
Man the deck gun. Well, the good news is she sunk before we had time to fully man the deck gun. So our shells are intact. Did she leave any life rafts? Yes, 1 life raft. Let's go over and offer some assistance then. And I thought we were going to get a bit of gunnery practice, but there we go. Another ship to add to our tally. Okay, the actual valve control has been damaged in that depth charging, so we're kind of stuck at this odd angle. Hopefully, we're gonna arrest our descent a little bit until we manage to get the ballast tanks working again. As I say, it's just damaged all the valves, so we started to go down that horrible angle. But we seem to have got away with it once again. Crikey.
Erledigt, Schaden repariert.
Good work.
20 Meter.
Good work. Okay, we're back in the fight. We're down at 20 meters. We're going to continue. I might put the snorkel up and, well, give the aircraft a little bit more depth charges coming in. Must be another aircraft up there as well. Okay, just coming up to periscope depth. Having a scoop, you can see the smoke coming up from the snorkel. Oh, hello. Smoke behind us. That's probably an enemy destroyer coming in. They've been called in by the it looks like a Sunderland flying boat. So there's a Beaufighter and a Sunderland flying boat, which dropped those depth charges on us. Thankfully, we got away with light damage, and we've been able to restore the ship functioning again. Right, a little bit of time has passed. There's still aircraft up in the sky somewhere. However, that ship that was behind us has come into view. And bloomin' heck, it's a merchant ship. We're getting lucky today. It's not a destroyer, which I thought it was, coming up behind us. No, it's a merchant ship. So yeah, we're very fortunate with this one. So let's have a look. What do we reckon it is? Reckon it's the Explorer. Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah, let's recognise that. Distance. About there, 2.7. And we'll let it get a bit closer before we do the velocity and the course. Okay, it's 45 degrees. To starboard. Or to his starboard. And distance is 1.4. Torpedoes nicely warmed up. We've got T2, 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 and a T1. Let's get two T2s warmed up.
Rohr 2, bewässern.
And we'll send them at target.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
Alright, now's the time. Fire.
Los!
Tube 1 away successfully. Tube 2 away successfully.
Zum Ziel.
Okay, torpedoes have covered
40
half the
Sekunden
distance.
bis Torpedo
40 seconds to
Einschlag.
impact. I'm half a mind to start heading back to base. I know we've got torpedoes left over, but
30 Sekunden.
taking a bit of a pounding on this mission. I wouldn't mind getting a fully serviced
Treffer.
back at home
Feuer an
port.
Deck. Treffer.
Second good hit.
Schwere Schäden am Rumpf.
Serious
Schwere
damage,
Schäden am
good.
Rumpf.
Fires burning around the bridge and the boiler room and the funnel, which is good. One of the things I hadn't explained, I meant to do earlier. You see here, the research we're doing in the HQ, we're actually looking to build sub-pens at La Rochelle. Yeah, another 17 days before that's completed. But yeah, we've because we're just docking up on the quayside. It's quite dangerous. We're actually building some sub-pens to keep us protected, which is awesome.
Sie sinken.
And there she is. She's gone. Nice. Flames looking around her. If we can find a couple more single Empire ships like this, then by all means we will look to exploit the advantage we have. I'm not going to surface and offer us assistance. It's just too dangerous in this area at the moment. So we're going to patrol on. If we come across another single ship, then by all means we might attack. But for now, we're going to move on stealthily. Okay, back at base, I decided discretion was the better part of valor. Let's get the boys back. Let's get the Red Devils back. And make sure U-552 is structurally sound before we go chancing any further adventures. It seems like the sensible thing to do. Otherwise, we could potentially cause ourselves an issue if we dive too deep and we weren't 100% satisfied that all the seals and the actual superstructure was integral. However, back at base, our exploits have been rewarded. Jürgen Gange here has got the Iron Cross First Class for his efforts. Well done, Jürgen. Felix Schwartz receives a new decoration, Iron Cross Second Class, on his first patrol, which is pretty good going. And back in base, campaign progressed. The Black Pit. Only 3,106 tons sunk in this area. The rest was over towards Ireland. So there we are. The SS Cirrus was sunk. Our sources inform us that this ship was headed from Halifax to Liverpool with raw resources in the cargo holds. The ship's registered tonnage was 3,106 tons. It was registered in Norway. The SSAJ Cassock was sunk. Sources inform us that this ship was headed from Freetown to Liverpool with tea in the cargo holds. The ship's registered tonnage was 7,210 tons. It was registered in the USA. And the Empire Surf was sunk. Our sources inform us that the ship was headed from Liverpool to Freetown with medical supplies in the cargo holds. The ship's registered tonnage was 5,648 tons. It was registered in Great Britain. And the Empire Celia was sunk. It was Freetown to Liverpool with raw resources in the cargo holds. Registered tonnage of 2,681 tons and was registered in GB. So there we go. Mission summary. We survived, which is the main point. 18,645 tons sunk. 13 days at sea, distance travelled 5,589 kilometres. The 4 ships that we sunk on this patrol, we reached the patrol zone, we sunk a minimum 7,000 tonnes, obviously we've got 18,000 tonnes, and we travelled the required distance within that zone. Great stuff. Right, as I said, we're going to get the boat checked over, repaired, check all the seals, check everything, and make sure we get it refueled and reloaded, ready to go next time. By then, I hope to get rid of this cold, and I won't have to fill your ears with nasal and congestion, which is what I'm feeling at the moment. So I apologise for my voice and the cold that I've got. Hope it hasn't taken it too much away from the video. Thank you for getting this far. Once again, big thumbs up if you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you next time for the further adventures of U-552. I think we pushed our luck a little bit too far this time.